This is the VZ55, a Tier 10 Czechoslovakian tech tree heavy. A vehicle that when it was first introduced into Blitz had a pretty lackluster reception. A lot of people knew this tank from PC, having a double shot, very nasty gun. And it arrived as a single shot. And honestly, I'm not going to complain, because we already have the Yo, which has a super devastating double shot. So I don't really want to fight another vehicle that can whip off 900 to 1,000 of my HP in 2 to 3 seconds. So I'm actually happy with how Wargaming ended up balancing this vehicle. The problem was it was too slow, its armor wasn't really effective, and because of that, it caused it to feel just pretty mediocre, especially when vehicles like the IS-7 exist. However, in the latest updates, the vehicle has gotten buffed 2 times in a row now. The first buff gave it a little bit better pen, gave the vehicle some slightly better mobility, and just fixed a couple of the problems the vehicle had here and there. And then the next buff we got in update 10.3 gave the vehicle even more pen. The vehicle now has 352 millimeters of APCR, if you're running calibrated, I should mention. That is an insane amount of penetration. It's enough to cut through just about anything you're aiming at. When you pair that with the fact that the vehicle hits hard with 470 damage per shot, the DPM is also slightly buffed, so now it has 2450 if you're running Cali, and if you're running Gunrammer, that is 2640. It's actually just pretty solid in a lot of different characteristics. It's not super slow, it's got an okay power to weight. The only thing that I still would like to see buffed on the vehicle is the reverse speed, only sitting at 13. It is the day and age of autoloaders, and autoloaders will rip vehicles like this apart when you have a big lower plate and weak sides, and you are reversing at 13. But the question of today's video, should you grind the VZ55? Well, personally, I think yes. I think that this is actually quite an underrated vehicle after the changes. It feels like everything the WZ-111-5A should and could have been. For example, the entire upper plate of this tank is completely red. Even if you're aiming down on it, it is still completely red. It's something like 400 plus mils thick. It's actually insane. So because of that, the VZ is surprisingly good getting bounces hauled down. The turret is also quite well armored. It's not as well armored as a vehicle like the IS-4's turret or an IS-7, but it has spaced armor all over the front, making it quite resistant to high explosive and anti-tank heat shells. But it also has pretty good armor just base. The only real weakness for the turret is that hatch. It's pretty weak, probably only about 200-ish mils thick. In other words, any tier 9 or 10 is going to pen you if they hit it. And with this vehicle reversing at only 13, yeah, it can become a pretty big weak spot. But there's really nothing you can do about that. You just gotta hope that people don't hit your hatch. In terms of the gun, it's actually really good. Not only does it have that pen, but it's quite accurate in terms of dispersion, and it features really solid aiming time because of the special mechanic it features. We can see here a good example of me being able to cut through the 114, but he just had enough gun depression to hit me in the side. That's just unfortunate. There's really nothing else to say about that. There's not much of a counter I could have done either. I guess I could have backed up, but I didn't. Alright, let's aim in on the Type 71. Let's see, he's going to back up. There you go. Nice slap into his hatch. Unfortunately, we did end up low rolling a bit, but we still hit him pretty hard. But I don't have that much support here, which is obviously not great. We're just going to chill right here. Try and hatch. We did shoot the hatch of the Type 71. Unfortunately, it did not do any damage. Our 2 and 5B is going to aim in on the 60 TP, and so are we. We're going to aim in right on his side. There you go. Nice 450 damage shot. You can see the special mechanic on this vehicle working pretty well. As long as you're not going above a certain speed, your gun is going to stay very, very well aimed in, which makes it pretty enjoyable to honestly use. There you go, nice 470 damage shot into the enemy there, but we got a 30B rushing us. Why? Don't know. Great job, bro. For once, a player has gotten punished for making a dumb move on the NA server. And you know what? I'm all for it. Players that make moves like that should be insta-killed. He drove over the ridge and thought that was a good idea. Like, bruh, you can't be real. Alright, so let's see. We got the 114, who's just able to cut right through us again, hitting the exact same side armor. This tank has 7 degrees of gun depression, which is not enough, it appears, to fight the 114. We get shot, but it's an HE shell, so it doesn't really do much. The only thing I'm worried about right now is the enemy 60 TP. We also are now getting rushed by a 30B, but we get a nice 588 damage shot into his vehicle, and the STB is dead now. I don't know what the enemy team's doing. They're literally doing classic NA moment, where they just YOLO for no benefit. Alright, well, we got the type in front. There you go. Get a bounce from the type. We're going to try and HE the STB. There you go. Easy hatching shot. We got a 183 on our side, and the type is now YOLOing us. Well, not much I can really do about that. We are holding to the best of our capabilities. Get a nice shell into the enemy type 71, and now we're going to back on up. Let's see if we can bait him into us here. Let's reload just a teeny bit longer. Unfortunately, we're not able to get the shell out, but this is where I'm hoping that our team is able to get some work in. And our team was able to clutch up. Well, when I say our team, what I mean to say is our Jagdpanzer was able to clutch up. He was actually the only real teammate we had this entire battle. He supported me on killing the AMX-30B, he bonked the STB, he bonked the 60 TP, and he helped us win at the end by capturing the base. So overall, this Jag gets a big thumbs up from me. If he was not on this team, 100% would have been a loss, especially because he was really the only person covering me while I was in mid. So, as we can see, the VZ did pretty good this game. We blocked 2,200 damage, we pulled out an ace and did 3,200. I mean, is that the most insane result ever? Obviously, I could get a 5 or 6k out if I played enough games and used it for the video, but it doesn't really get the average game down. This is a pretty good explanation of how the tank plays. The gun feels very nice. The pen easily cuts through armor. You saw even that hull down 114 SB2. We buttered right through. The only real reason we even died that game is because that 114 didn't care about trading his health and just over-poked. We penned him and then he would shoot us for 600 and whatever. So a bit unfortunate there, but there's not much you can do about that. We basically had a classic NA moment on their team, where the STB, 114, Type 71, and 30B all YOLO'd at some point over the ridge to try and kill me, but it helped us win. Here we go in our second battle. Let's make our way over to base A. We are on Molenbeek, which is honestly a pretty fun map. Now you'll notice the power to weight on the VZ is pretty good actually. We're keeping up with about the same speed as the Chieftain Mark 6. We are slightly slower, but yeah, the vehicle in terms of actual climbing capabilities and power to weight is pretty good. It's not the best in terms of traverse speed though, I will admit to that. It's pretty mediocre in that aspect. So we've got a 30B in mid, and we've got a 62A wide. Alright, well, I'm going to just play aggressive, and we're going to see if we can bonk these guys. Speed, 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 speed. They have a 215B, yeah. Alright, it's kind of funny to see that 62A bailing as fast as he can, I'm not going to lie. Let's just push up here. Let's aim it on the back of the 62A. There you go. Nice 504 shot. Our Batchat, you know what? Good play from the Batchat, as long as he doesn't get nuked by tank destroyers. If he gets nuked, then bad play. Alright, let's aim it on the 2 and 5B. There you go. Nice 490 damage shot. See, what we're doing right now is being smart. We're letting our teammates take hits for us. We're going to chill right here. There you go. 50B bounces us. We're going to... we're not going to bother with HE. He literally just got obliterated. Classic NA moment again. Player just sits out in the open and thinks that they are going to get rewarded for doing that. Like, I really don't know what goes through players' minds sometimes. Alright, well, we got the 268 up top. We are going to aim in on the 62A. Unfortunately, does not end up hitting. What we are going to do is push right down low. That 268's not going to be able to hit us from down here, which is obviously pretty good. 62A is going to end up running, so we're going to aim it on the 62A, and a bonk. There you go. Nice 540 roll. God, the alpha on this vehicle feels very nice when it gets out a big chunk. Now, unfortunately, the 30B did end up hitting us, but there's really nothing I can do about that. So we're going to push on the 268 at this point, especially with help from my Batchat. Should be a fairly easy maneuver to do. 30B might try and shoot us, but I'm not really too worried. I could care less. We're going to just push on the 268 over here. 30B can't see us, and the Batchat is going to try and bonk the 268. Oh, 268 bonks the Batchat. Let's see. There you go. Nice. Easy clear. Surprised the Batchat even backed up after he got shot. But, hey, I'll take the damage. We are up to 2,600, which is not bad at all. Our team is pretty low, though. Notice how I played it smart. I let my teammates take my shots. And now we are healthy, which means late game, we can put a big impact into this battle. For the rest of our team, our 113 is pretty low. Chieftain's pretty healthy, though. 1400 is enough to take a hit or two. We are going to try and get that Yag. That's definitely the play right now. All right, let's see. I'm just going to push on up. Keep on going, going. Well, we didn't get a shell to you. Chieftain got bled a bit. There's the Yag. I don't even know what that Yag Panzer's doing, to be real. Like, what is he doing? Is he AFK? I don't really know. We're going to push off. We'll just fire a premium shell. No, he's not AFK. He shot, so he's just oblivious, I guess. I'm not going to cap the base, because capping the base takes away our damage. So let's just chill right here. And let's aim it on the Yag. There you go. Nice shot right into his turret cheek. Or not turret cheek, but super structure is what I should say. And now we're going to reload again. I don't know if we're going to be able to get another shell out, but there's only one way to find out, and that is by him dying. Well, that was a pretty good game again. Not necessarily the best example of the VZ's armor, but a good example of the overall attributes this tank has. It is fast enough to get into the battle, and, as we saw, the damage per minute is plenty. 3,386, another ace, which shows just how little people are playing it. So there you go. Top on the team. I will give these 11 guys some thumbs up because they did help me out, so not too bad at all. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the VZ55. It's a pretty solid vehicle, and as I said, I would definitely recommend for people to grind this tank. I wouldn't say it is the best tier 10 ever, but it's good enough to get the job done in the majority of situations you play. It's got gun depression, it's got alpha, it's got pen, and it's got mobility, plus a super solid armor profile. So I have no complaints about this tank. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and let me know what you guys think about this tank in the comments down below. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.